That's right. You are watching the Drunk Bantha's channel. You are watching Nerds at Night. It's your favorite cousin, Bill, joined by producer T right here next to me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and watching the Bantha Bunch Show. Let's go. It's a bonus episode. Just a bonus episode. Yeah, got $10 to make me holler on a Friday night. I had to get up with COVID. I got COVID, ladies and gentlemen. It sucks. That's right. We are live. Last night it was not live. It was almost live. Like, I did that shit like right before it came on. It wasn't actually right before. I guess I did it at like 10 o'clock in the morning while I was on clock, which is why it's kind of short. Because I was like, I should get back to work. Like, I could have did like this ad break, which is something that me and Alex are going to start doing, like fake ad breaks, or real ones where we put like little clips from, stuff that's going on over at Nerds at Night and stuff that's going on, videos that are going on over there at Drunk Bantha's channel. And it's gonna be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Shaking it up, adding some more stuff, getting more content for you guys. But what's happening, producer T? How you doing, man? You look like you might not be on a different hemisphere today.
No. Especially now, producer T has always been afraid of planes. I am a man of science. However, when I get up in the air and that shit starts going booga 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 booga, my brain stops working and I forget how planes work and I get scared to death. And since I know the two most dangerous times for planes are takeoff and landing. And if you look at all accidents, nearly like 90% of them, it's happened. And guess what?
Takeoff. Yeah,
we had another plane accident today. Real shout out to the people. Just real tragedy in Philly. But this one was not a.
What up, Othelius?
Airline.
Sorry.
What up, Othelius? We was talking earlier. Me and I found that out today. Me and Othelius share the love of another YouTube creator. Shout out Ace Vane. Me and him trying to do some pins together real soon.
Okay, but, shout out to Ace Payne. Ace Payne?
Ace Vane.
Ace Vane.
That Shredder, that Batman versus Shredder video I sent in the chat.
It wouldn't pull it up for me because it was on TikTok, right?
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I couldn't look up that TikTok video you posted. I couldn't see that one.
It was a Learjet, so a smaller plane, but it was a medical transport jet that had a pediatric patient on it with their mother, the two pilots, a doctor, and an EMT. And they are believed to be no survivors. And this plane did not just hit an empty field or something like that.
And where was this again?
Northeast Philly.
Not far from.
As of about
one in DC. DC is not that far from Philly.
6:30 Philly time.
Yeah.
You're on Eastern, right?
Yeah.
So it happened at 6:30 at that.
Like 30 hours after the fact, 40 hours after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after the first one.
There's been no determination of why this plane.
Neither one.
It quickly in the air for like 10-ish minutes and then quickly went down. It was like the airport that it left from was a regional Philly airport and it didn't make it that far.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you know right now, we're going to be talking. It doesn't say what we're going to be talking about, but you saw the thumbnail. We're definitely going to be talking a little bit about that Diddy documentary. And we're also going to be talking about the OJ documentary. And we're also going to be talking about the crazy shit that's been going on, in the present.
Just now.
that's
And
that's
real
happening in the present. It's happening right now, and you won't even believe some of the parallels between the two documentaries that we have. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna connect some things. This is going to basically be like an entire episode of me being like all theory stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna have my cap on today. What do they call it? The stop. What is it? The tinfoil hat. I almost said styrofoam hat.
Don't worry, we got all the carte blanche today for an episode.
That's what you know. What? Just because this is a pod for the people, just so y'all know, we're doing this because we got super chat. We got enough super chats on our goal on Monday, and we're gonna start doing that. Like, get enough super chats, you guys will get a good show from us on a Friday. And maybe if we get enough, maybe I'm gonna start doing this show on members only. If we don't get super chats, it's just gonna be for the members. That's what the Bantha Bunch show used to be. Used to be for just the members. So I think I'm gonna start doing that again. So y'all look for that Fridays, super chat day, or it's private members only. And look, this is what you could do. You don't even gotta keep paying for the members only, right? Actually, no, you do. Actually, I was about to try to give you some game, but you know what? You hustling backwards with what I was about to say, so you might as well just go ahead, hit the members button, give us a penny. Give us a 99 cents every month, and you're gonna be able to kick it with us here every Friday. But other than that, hit us with the super chats on Mondays, and we're gonna look. It's just like trying to get to $10. The goal was $10, and here we are talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can figure it out here soon. Ophelia says, first he said Ace Vane is the GOAT, but he said MAGA brain, not said, DEI, crashing planes out here.
And it's like an hour-long discussion just on that we can go on.
Well, you guys know, and I've never been a big DEI guy, and I love that FD Signifier, he just put out a video not too long ago, either yesterday maybe, about how, well, he didn't put it out about this, but he mentioned in his video that DEI really only is going to hurt white women, because it never really was about black people
and veterans. That's one thing and
veterans, because people don't realize how almost impossible it is to get a job as a veteran when you come back over. And basically, they just assume, well, all you've been doing is killing people or not doing nothing for 4 years. So why would I have you come over here? You don't know nothing about nothing. Like you're, and it's true. You don't have any discernible skills that will fit anything other than discipline and hard work.
Companies were kind of getting bonuses for being veteran friendly too. So that DEI initiative of that is being pulled. Like now companies have no reason to hire veterans. They're like, you're not getting us a bonus on our taxes no more. Fuck you.
An incentive that had to be made because they weren't hiring veterans, guys. This is just stuff that just had to be made. Dude, did you watch this Diddy documentary or the
not? I've been binging this other show now. Did you ever watch Reservation Dogs?
Yeah.
So you remember the guy who played the cop, Zan McClarnon, that's his name.
I don't know nobody's names. I'm really bad with names. Is it bad to be a movie critic or a TV critic and not know people's names for real?
I mean, we now have devices now to make it where we could do it really quickly, because like that's what I just did right there to get his name. I wasn't thinking really hard. Looked it up real quick.
Ophelia,
no, I don't think so, because we can cheat now.
O said depends on what your job in the military was. If you were doing IT or communications,
Yeah,
you'll have a
exactly.
job. If you were infantry,
And that's a
you
lot.
cooked.
A lot more dudes, a lot more people.
Yeah, exactly. Most people are infantry, but also, that's the thing. Most people ain't shit, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean it like most of us ain't gonna be rich. Everybody out here think they're gonna be rich one day. Most of us ain't gonna be rich. And then there's those of you who like there's many reasons that you won't be rich. You weren't born into no money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your family ain't got no money. You
Didn't have a good
have
upbringing. Your parents failed you at first.
you weren't born in America. How about that? Like you could just not be born in America. Boom.
Or like just any kind of like real Western society.
I don't know. I'll be like, you got a
Because then
better
we gotta say,
opportunity.
because if you look at like the UAE, then you're like, oh shit, well,
I think you have a better
UAE, we be doing
opportunity.
good.
Well, at least you have a facade or a I don't want to say facade. You have the idea, or at least anecdotally, you can go to America and be rich at a higher, like a more, it's more likely for you to be able to maneuver because of the way we do shit over here, unregulated, fucking like we act like the United States is so like safe, but like the reason a lot of like safe as far as like financially we are the best, and educationally we are the best and all that stuff. We're not we just, and we get more shit than everybody else because we cut deals that allow them to screw over citizens, us. Like like they cut backroom deals to be able to get little things like transistors in or other or out, or other little stupid shit like that helps benefit their country but don't really help benefit the citizens of this country. And that's why they come over here building big ass skyscrapers and fucking putting their art and all their fucking basically using these companies over here as shell companies for their illegal money that they make all over the world. It's crazy, man. The Chinese and the Russians. I'm not being racist. It's just what's happening in the world. It's this is international news. They buying houses out here. They buy houses out here, cash, sight unseen, straight cash, sight unseen. Sometimes double or triple the amount of the worth of the house. Crazy. That's crazy. Othelia said NAACP certified film critic is bad with names. Yes, the NAACP from certified film critic is bad with names. And we're going to some event on Sunday, by the way. We're going to an award show on Sunday. O said, damn, Bill, can you get rich in America? Not making a great case for that right now. No, I'm saying you have a better chance of getting rich here. You have a better chance of becoming a billionaire in this country, for instance, than you have a chance of being a billionaire in any modern or Western country outside of the United States. And the reason I say that is the deregulation or the lack of regulation can help you undercut and fucking, cheat and steal your way to the top necessarily. I mean, like, think about it. Jeff Bezos.
But it's also being able to exploit other countries too.
Right. Well, unless you just see, that's the thing. You can just exploit
we have a lot of regulations compared to China when it comes to manufacturing and things like that. And that's why we do manufacturing and everything else somewhere else, because they don't have such tight regulations about,
we do now.
Hours workers can work, what kind of chemicals they can be exposed to.
That's more.
Do you gotta really pay for electricity like that? Not really.
Well, that's more labor concerns than, because what they do now, the unregulated systems are the finances, insurance. The insurance industry is completely unregulated. How about the alcohol industry? Completely unregulated. Why does that matter? It's because you don't even know what's in malt liquor, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, if you don't know what's in certain things, how are you gonna be able to hold them accountable? Checks and balances should be in everything, not just your local politics. You know what I'm saying? We
No,
shouldn't
I'm
just be
thinking like, do we really not be checking alcohol like that? Like,
no.
what does
So
the
like the
ATF
liquor,
do? Are they only like looking at tax dollars?
they're just criminal. They're just dealing with criminal shit. So they're not dealing with they're not the FDA.
Yeah, I was about to say they're not FDA in it at all, huh?
No, they have their own system. It's a board, and the company that Diddy was with and then tried to sue later on, they are their own board. They are the alcohol board, but they regulate themselves. That's why there is, and it's not federally, it's not a federal thing. It's like basically the federal government takes what they say and makes it law. It's like, it's not a system that we even know exists, right? Like, people don't even realize it. I didn't realize it until I was doing research about Diddy. You know what I'm saying? O said they regulate themselves is nuts. That's how I felt. I was like, whoa, these motherfuckers regulate themselves. That is insane.
Wow.
I think it's Diageo is the name of it. Diageo. I might be wrong about that, but before we get into the Diddy, I want you to pull up. Well, do you have the ability to do that? Can you share your screen on there?
I can present and then I can share my screen. Yeah.
Okay. Can you pull up that video? Because my shit is gonna die if I pull up a video. Apparently, I don't know what's wrong. Oh, it's the space on this hard drive. It's got to be. But because I want to talk about the two stories that you had there. You were talking about the plane first, and then I think we had a Royal Rumble this weekend.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, with your mate, with the mayor, your favorite mayor's favorite mayor.
Oh, my girl. Tiffany putting out hits on people, and she say she about it. She about that life. She
Body, ride.
Squabble. All right,
Wow.
Tiffany is not afraid to squabble. So, would you like me to play the video of her fighting?
Well, yeah, play the video of her fighting. Is there any backstory to this? Did they because I can't see. The thing is, I can't grab my phone and do anything with it because it's basically my internet right this very second.
I am real confused. I know it was with one of the people she's apparently always been beefing with, and I think they were at another town meeting. I think this might have been the same meeting where Lori Lightfoot was finally presenting her findings about everything she's been doing. Because as we know, Chicago's former mayor went down there to investigate what all the funds were going to. And, we've seen the rumors about $150,000 just on just shopping trips and go for restaurants and crazy stuff like that. And so I think this was the same meeting of her presenting those findings. And I guess one of her proponents was speaking. And then what they're saying, they're almost accusing of her that she was texting some of these dudes that they just started beating this dude up in the middle of the meeting, surrounded by police. And then the next thing you know, you see Tiffany she gets in it. She actually was like, I'm about to rumble too.
Wow.
I'm going to keep it on mute, I guess.
So
should I keep it on mute or what?
No, you can play the audio. It's not that long. So.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for the shortest clip.
After a out during a meeting. Now, it appears that fists began to fly after supporters of County Hinyard confronted a critic of hers who had called her an expletive.
There she goes. She up in it. So look for the gold wig. There she go.
Oh, see, unfortunately, it's real easy to spot her.
Last night's meeting,
It's really easy to
public
spot.
comment portion, activist Jedediah Brown called Hinyard an expletive, and when he appeared to walk toward her, her supporters, including Hinyard's boyfriend,
Can you zoom or can you full screen the
all-out brawl?
No, the full screen. Oh, right there, yeah. Boom. Because I want to see this.
Including Hinyard's boyfriend, confronted him. The result, an all-out brawl.
Oh!
To the surprise of some, Hinyard herself. Melee.
It was one thing when the guys were fighting, but when he jumped in it, I was just taken aback. I was floored.
Why?
Police were called and Brown was removed by security. Before the fight broke out, township trustees were able to address important issues.
Hold on, pause it real quick.
The township's
I gotta have my mayor. My mayor is out here jumping in it. Oh, hell yeah, bro. No, that's hard, dog. That actually probably makes her look better. She getting reelected.
And when you put it that way, I gotta agree. I was like, yeah, that's kind of hard because sometimes I really do wish these politicians was just fight. Like, you two niggas just need to fight, man. Like, just duke it out. Beat that nigga's ass.
Oh, Thelia said, make politicians squabble again.
That's what it is.
Make politicians squabble again.
And insurance ending the shutdown. Now, the board also voted to put on paid leave 2 of Hinyard's associates, one of them being her boyfriend. They also voted to hire independent auditors to look into their work. This as part of all the ugliness that represented last night.
Watch breaking news on YouTube.
Still got a damn big ass.
Shout out to what's that local station called?
I just closed it on him. Chicago somebody.
Yeah, shout out to Chicago Channel 6. I think that was what it was. I just want to make sure everybody gets their journalistic credits, and also they don't try to take us down.
ABC 7.
ABC 7. Shout out to Chicago ABC 7. I really appreciate that. Man, y'all doing
out of all the clips I've kind of been seeing, that was
the best.
Under a 1 minute and 30. I was kind of afraid I was gonna be like, man, I gotta find so many clips so I can piece together this story for you. And they did it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that's actually just everything that happened. That was the dude I mentioned. It was one of her proponents. He said something to her at the meeting, and then they just jumped him right then and there. It was just like that.
Dude, somebody came out of the sky like Batman. Like somebody came around like Spider-Man and just like jumped off the stairs. It looked like, I was like, what the hell? Like, dude was bopping people. I don't know who, the bald head dude, he was bopping people. Boop, 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 boop. But then somebody came in with goddamn Hurricane Rana and hit his ass with a what do you call it? I don't know, man. He hit his ass with a Rey Mysterio move, and that shit was crazy. He looked like a luchador. I saw
an interview with the dude that was attacked, and he said that Tiffany hit him with a mic.
That's all she had. She was over there at the stage. She was
that she hit him with a mic.
That's all she had, man. She came through beat, because she wasn't finna take off her heels though. Not them goddamn red bottom, boy. No, she cut one of the worst hits to the back of the head I've ever seen. Was a homie of mine got hit in the back of the head with this girl hit him with a pump, a high heel. Bow! I was like, man, you lucky she didn't kill you. That shit knocked his ass straight out.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not advisable, guys. So yeah, we got. I mean, how do you feel? How do y'all feel in the chat? Well, I guess it's just Othelia's participating in the chat today. But man, let me text some people. Like, yo, why you ain't watching? We live.
I know I'm just bumming around on a Friday night, reheating some leftovers. So I'm not doing nothing because, like I said, you know, it's just times when you just get paid and you're like, look at my bank account, and then you know, about 5 hours later, you're like, oh man, I'm broke again.
Mine always happens. It's weird for me. I have money, and then like the like I get paid, and then all the people who I owe money to, they take it out, but it come out on Monday. So I gotta be careful as to what I even do before Monday. And then that sucks because then the weekend over, and then I'm gonna be broke as hell by the next week. And then like it's just a cycle of being broke. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. Who cares about that? Who cares?
Yeah.
You're not broke if your bills is paid. Remember that shit.
Yeah, I did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all take that home with you. You're not broke.
I will announce I will be doing my own private audit into the city of Port Arthur and the Port Arthur public school district to make sure my tax dollars are being used correctly, because they were the highest on my property tax was to the school district. So that school better be at one of like the top in the state of Texas right now, because that motherfucker was high.
So, you know.
So actually, either Lori Lightfoot, if you're listening, I need your help. I want you
Lori
to
Lightfoot, if you
and make sure my money is getting spent well.
If you need help embezzling money, always call a professional like Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot, man, that is a great name though.
Was she that bad of a mayor? I'm not from Chicago. So
I'm not aware. Like, you know, she's like any politician. She's loved and liked by many, right? And then hated by many as well, or just as many. It's just how it goes. I don't understand why anybody be hating local politicians. If they don't do nothing, get them out of there. It's real simple. You vote on it pretty quickly. It seems like. I feel like it's just like, oh, boom, mayor, get him up out of there. It's real easy. Now, where it's harder is like big cities. It's hard to get rid of a mayor in big cities because motherfucker, money talks. And so if you're spending like,
I feel like Denver hasn't had too much of an issue with that. Getting out new mayors.
Y'all are a big city though. It's not like a big city. Like New York City is hard to get out of like corrupt mayor, as you see right now. Los Angeles is hard to get rid of a corrupt mayor here. Like our last mayor was really corrupt and piece of shit. I'm not gonna say his name, but y'all can Google him. I think his father was the district attorney here when, like, during the OJ case and all that. Which is a good segue, I guess. OJ Simpson trial. The OJ documentary. I guess before I go in, Othelia said, it's all good, Terry, by UGK album, and call that a tax write-off to Port Arthur. There you go.
Fact. Me and one of his sons, Chad Butler Jr., used to work at the movie theater together.
Damn. That is a black fact.
Black fact.
Wow. That's cool. That's cool.
It was fun times until I quit.
But why'd you quit? More money? Better money.
It's also a reason why I got banned from the mall.
It was your streaking days?
Nope. It was the kind of like the first ever real instance of fuck around and find out, or when when you can keep it real, it didn't go wrong for me, but I kept it real, or it was real like I was about that life. So I was a projectionist at the local movie theater. What was it called then? Dickinson? Yeah, it was a Dickinson theater.
I don't know, man. Don't give away if it's not past the statute of limitations. Don't give away.
And so I was working the Friday morning, and that's when all the new movies would come in, and you'd have to set those up. And Thursday, the night before, the projectionist before you is supposed to take all the movies that are on the right side of the theater and move them over to the left side. And then when you get there in the morning, you just build the new movies. This is when we had film. This wasn't none of that digital shit. I was working film. And so you build the new movies on Friday and then put them up on the right side. So I get there Friday morning and all the old movies are still on the right side. So I have to move these big ass films. Like you saw film,
these reels are heavy.
And those so there's reels not are heavy here because it's not nighttime yet. So it's me, and I'm just like having to move all these fucking films over and then also build my movies and then run my fucking morning shift of movies too. And it was nuts. It pissed me the fuck off. And like the manager beforehand was also there, and it's her job to make sure that shit got done. And like I went into her office and I was just like, what happened last night? Like, this is not supposed to happen. If something like this happens again, I will quit. And she went and said to me, well, why don't you quit now? Bet. It's Friday, 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish. The rush is happening, right? Because, we're a small town. All the damn teenagers, everybody's there to see the movies, new movies coming out. Everything's playing, right?
Port Arthur.
I went to every fucking film. I didn't just stop the movies because I know I'm a projectionist. I reached into those film projectors and grabbed all that film and tangled all that bitches up on every single film and stopped the whole fucking night. Walked downstairs and just said, fuck y'all. I quit.
So you made it to where nobody could enjoy the movie.
No one. I terrorized the whole theater. Theater was connected to the mall. Apparently, the cops were called on me, but I'd already left, and they never came to question me anyway.
Yeah, good luck. Like, you should just say it got tangled up while I was moving them back to the left side.
Right?
Oh, man. I've never had the opportunity of just like quitting a job like that. I had to quit a job before, but it was like everybody was just sad that I was leaving. But I didn't get to just like leave straight up. Hey, I'm never coming back to this motherfucker. I wish I had one of those.
I went to I shipped off to the Navy the next month, so I did not care.
Right. Maybe that's what old lady was trying to tell you. Like, you know what? You don't want to be here. And you don't need to be here. You don't have to. Why don't you just quit right now, man? Just stop doing this, dude.
I actually like that job. It was fun being a projectionist. I learned a lot.
I'm sure I learned a lot. And from watching this OJ documentary, I swear to God, I have watched every single OJ documentary that you can think of since Nicole Brown Simpson was murdered. And I have gone through all the evidence that they didn't provide and provided. And I swear, every single one of these documentaries, I find out something new. I haven't finished it all the way, but this one, it's like here and there, spotty. I kind of find something new. Like, and when I do think it's new, it's like, oh, that was actually in the other one too, and like the other one before that. And the best OJ documentary is the one that ESPN did. That's like two-parter. Dude, 4 hours of amazing television. But OJ is or was a pretty crazy wild dude.
Like I have a video for that.
Nice. He was a wild dude, man. Wild cat.
Go ahead and bring up some OJ right quick. And if you guys want to watch,
hello, nerds. Producer T here with a special video series for Black History Month. Instead of the usual topics for this month, MLK and Rosa.
Oh, now my internet
accidentally created. I will go over the who, the why, and the how, and in some cases, where are they now? So prepare to go down memory lane and let's get into some of the funniest moments of the internet. I'm a millennial, just turned 36 this year. And if there's one viral moment that happened before that was even a term, a moment that when cable TV was popular, took over the airways of every channel, and the resulting trial did so as well. What moment am I referring to? The O.J. Simpson chase. On Friday, June 17th, 1994, at 5:51 p.m. Western Time, Simpson reportedly called 911. The call was traced to the Santa Ana Freeway near Lake Forest. At around 6:20 p.m., a motorist in Orange County notified California Highway Patrol after seeing someone believed to be Simpson riding in a white Ford Bronco on the I-5 freeway heading north. The police tracked calls placed by Simpson on his cell phone. At 6:45 p.m., police officer Ruth Dixon saw the Bronco heading north on Interstate 405. When she caught up to it, Cowlings, the owner of the Bronco, yelled out that Simpson was in the back seat of the vehicle and was pointing a gun at his own head. The officer backed off, but followed the vehicle at 35 miles per hour with up to 20 police cars following her in the chase. The chase ended at 8 p.m. After remaining in the Bronco for about 45 minutes, Simpson exited at 8:50 p.m. with a framed family photo and went inside for about an hour. A police spokesman stated that he spoke to his mother and drank a glass of orange juice, causing reporters to laugh. Every television network showed the chase. ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, and local news outlets interrupted regularly scheduled programming to cover the incident, which was watched by an estimated 95 million viewers nationwide.
God damn.
90 million people had watched that year's Super Bowl. While NBC continued the coverage of Game 5 of the NBA Finals between the New York Knicks and the Houston Rockets at Madison Square Garden, the game appeared in a small box in the corner while Tom Brokaw covered the chase. The resulting trial itself lasted for about 11 months, with views up to 100 million when the verdict was read. So much work stopped when the verdict came out that it said it costed about $480 million in lost productivity, with, in today's dollars, that's close to $1 billion from what was lost.
A billy.
From that, we got countless jokes on almost every show. Episodes of sitcoms such as Simpsons, South Park, Roseanne, New Girl, Family Guy, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Seinfeld have mocked this case. If that's not an OG viral moment, nothing is. And this year is going to be the 30th anniversary of said chase.
Yeah, like 30.
O.J. Simpson has since become a living meme troll, from writing a book called F I Did It and his Twitter trolling and shitposting that you can still follow today on his Twitter account. I've included links to sources to go more in depth on this issue because this could be an entire video.
And this is it.
Did not do it. No, I didn't. Nope, did not do it.
Dope.
And if you want to see more of that video, to see more viral moments that Black creators that made intentionally or not intentionally, you can go check that out at Nerds at Night.
I'd say
for next month, I'll be working on that.
Dope. I'd say that OJ was he got his on purpose. He got his history made on purpose, not for the purpose of making history, but for the purpose of wanting to kill that lady. There's one point where they said that he didn't want to take the polygraph, and he looks over to his homie, and who's a police officer, and he goes, the police officer says, Juice, why don't you just take the damn test? He's like, well, I can't, man. You know, I have dreamt of killing her. You know, like what? Who says that? Who says I've dreamt of killing somebody? First of all, who's dreaming of killing somebody? Like, it was when he said that I realized I have never had a dream in which I killed someone. Like, it's never happened.
Oh man, I'm not a comment on that.
I mean, you can have had dreams of killing someone.
Multiple dreams of killing thousands of people.
Yeah, but hopefully one of them isn't your partner.
One for our people.
So
sometimes it's mostly like accidents, like type thing. Like you never like had something you did like.
Well, no. Dreamt. Like I'll go to sleep and I have a dream about killing one person. Not you killed somebody, but like you keep having dreams of waking up, like of just going and killing somebody. Like that shit is wild. I mean, that shit is wild, dude. Or at least it's a wild thing to say, even if it's not true. Even if he wasn't doing that. Dude, he was saying it out loud. Lil Frothy said, oh, I've certainly had a dream where she was killing somebody. I guess my point isn't that you're killing somebody. Like, is it like killing a random person? Isn't what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at killing your spouse. You know, killing somebody that you know. And Lil Frothy, you better not say, God damn it, you better not say killing your spouse. I'm calling it motherfucking LAPD.
I mean, that just kind of means he didn't like her at all. Because I was like, I've had dreams where it's like I didn't like somebody.
No, that means no. But see, that's the thing. He's like, I love her. She's my wife, and dude, that shit is bro. That shit's weird. Cause Philmade. Philmade said, I've had that dream as well. It's crazy feeling the panic instantly sets in.
See,
y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. I've never thought, man, I'm gonna kill this person, and I'm dreaming it.
Now you're gonna have them. You're gonna have those dreams now.
No, my dreams are always crazy. My dreams are always fun, and I'm like doing work. It's always good. But I'll have dreams where I'm like in shootouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have dreams. Look, check it out, y'all. Let me speak to y'all, America, and all over the world. Shout out to the UK brothers and sisters. Shout out to the Australian brothers and sisters. Let me tell y'all something, man. I have dreams about fighting 7 to 10, 12-year-olds at one time. Oh, yeah. You heard me right. I have dreams of fighting 7 to 10, 12-year-olds at one time. That's what I have a dream. That's my dream. And I would love for it to actually happen in real life, because I know how it's going down. I've dreamt it. I've done it over and over so many times. So I kind of understand what y'all are saying, but y'all have never acted on one of those impulsions, right? Like you feel the like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go kill my boss, but you don't do it. I'm gonna go kill my wife. You don't do it. That's not something that you do. This motherfucker did it.
Yeah, I see. Okay, now this is the segue to what I was about to say. Then my theory, and I've read enough evidence for my theory, is that he was covering up for his son who had killed them.
Nah.
I think we talked about this during we've had an OJ episode.
We've had well, not an OJ episode, but we've probably ended up talking about OJ because we talk about a lot of monsters on this channel. We talk about a lot of black people who have ended up getting incarcerated somehow. I don't know how that happened, but that they make documentaries about it. We talk about it. That's the thing. Like I have not done any Diddy content. Like like there's plenty of Diddy news and Diddy content out there. I could talk about Diddy every fucking day and probably get more views than we get. But that's just not what I'm about. I'm not trying to do that. This is like if there's something significant to contribute to what we do, towards what we do, then that's when we'll cover it. But other than that, if you're here for like Diddy news, please go to like some other channel. I can't name other channels because I don't look at that shit, but you should go somewhere else. But if you're here to have fun and you just want to talk some crazy shit and you want my personal review of this show, come on home. Come on, sit with us, hit that like and subscribe button and punch that like button just like Diddy is punching people's booties. Now you was talking about it being his son. How do you want to elaborate on that?
There were some talks of an inappropriate relationship between the wife, because we all know that they were notorious swingers. OJ was like out in the bushes peeping at his wife getting pounded. That was their thing. That's known. But
that is according. That is all.
This is like the stepson to her. Like this, this is not her son at all.
I know, but all of this information is per the book from one of Nicole's alleged best friends. So this is where that information is coming from. But go ahead, continue.
I want to say I found it from somebody else too. But yeah, so they said that he also had mental problems and has had violent outbursts similar to something almost happening like this in the past before, and that he was upset that they had canceled and changed dinner plans on him and a few other things that were like triggering him, and that he just finally snapped again, like once again, like the second time, and then nobody was there to stop him, and he stabbed them all to death.
Yep, that doesn't really fit the timeline, because what's happened here is the blood doesn't match his son. It matches OJ. There's 3 blood samples in the car.
While he was like stabbing at people, and OJ got there, he tried to stop him, and he ended up stabbing OJ.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because then there will be others. So this is the thing. The killing was so gruesome and sloppy. There was blood everywhere. There would have been more than one track. Excuse me. There would have been more than one track. This documentary made it make more sense. They went through things that aren't in the documents, court documents, that they did not, for whatever reason, explained in other documentaries. Because the glasses, it's all about the glasses, man. There was a pair of sunglasses found at the scene, and that's what tells the story. So Nicole Brown Simpson was at a party at dinner with her family, an entire big family function, kids, everybody. Ron Goldman was a waiter at the restaurant. Brentwood is especially in the 90s, Brentwood is a small community of people. The most fucking rich ass people you've ever seen in your life. Right. But man, I just heard some weird fucking noise. But anyway, it's probably just COVID. That area is very small, and so everybody knows everybody over there.
Which is why, I read my thing was from the neighbors who were saying this.
Well, no. This is the thing
about the OJ.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I'm off that because it's all one key is that Nicole Brown Simpson's mom leaves her glasses at the restaurant on accident. Ron Goldman realizes it, and his manager realizes it, and he's like, you know what? I'm over. I gotta go by that way. I know them. I'll just drop it off. So it's in an envelope. They put it in an envelope like you would if it's not your belongings and you found it at a place of business. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what you do typically, especially back then. For y'all who are too young to know, an envelope is what you put paper in and mail it to someone else. But so that envelope with the glasses had all the blood on it. This is what I believe happened. Honestly, I believe that OJ was waiting on her to get back. Waiting on it to get late enough for him to attack, basically. He gets there basically around the same time that Goldman gets there. He sees him. He approaches him from behind, cutting his throat immediately. Witnesses are... I guess it's hard for me to say you're a witness if all you're testifying to is what you heard. But like in the Trayvon Martin case, if we want to listen to witnesses, we should listen to witnesses, right? So we do have one guy who's like, I heard a loud like, yeah. And then like, I didn't hear anything else. So he just figured whatever. There wasn't anything for him to think about. After he kills Ron Goldman, because the reason I said he slit his throat is because he had a part of his neck. It looked like, according to the police, it looked like someone had tried to cut his neck off. And I think that with the power, OJ is like 260 at this time, like 6'1", anywhere between 6 and 6'2". And he is about 240, 260 at this point. Still in great shape, even though he's been retired from football for quite some time at this point. I think he slit his throat and underestimated how strong he was in congruency with how sharp the knife was. Almost cuts this dude's whole head off. That's blood everywhere. Now he goes, because the way that the stairwell is, like you have the walkway, you have to like, from where he would have been stabbed, you have to kind of walk up a little walkway and come back up here. And he would have had to rush up there. Not rush, because nobody would have heard anything really. He would have just had to go up there, knock on the door, And as probably where he where he planned on like talking to her a little bit or something before, he boomed her. Like, but he had to have taken a long time because they said that her head was almost completely severed. Like, that's a long time with any kind of knife that you got. I don't care what kind of knife you got. That's a long time to be there. This is what got him fucked up. Sharp knives like that cut you and you don't know you cut. When your adrenaline is pumping like that, when you're used to pain like a cut or nick like that as a football player, ex-football player, that's like nothing, but you're gushing blood everywhere. Now, he's killed 2 people who were gushing blood. You cut somebody's throat, that's blood all over the place. And now you're like sawing, like the gloves he was wearing, or let's just say allegedly wearing. I don't know. I don't want to get sued.
If glove don't fit, you must have quit.
So, like, yeah, that glove, it was full of, they were driving gloves. They weren't like snow gloves or anything like that. That would have filled up with blood, dude. There would have been pools of blood just inside of his gloves. So when he leaves, that's why there's blood everywhere. That's why there's blood trickling everywhere. Like, there's too much evidence. Like, it's an orgy of evidence for it to be somebody who, for him to just be taking the fall for him. They did test the DNA. This is one of the first cases in America where DNA was like, or it was definitely the first high profile case in America where DNA was being used to determine certain things. Which is crazy because that's kind of how they started getting people released from prison. It's all after the OJ case. Like, they started testing people's blood with semen samples and shit like that, and it's like, nope, that wasn't you. Boom, you're out. It all comes out of the OJ case. Say that again.
Said, here's your 30,000. Get out of here.
Damn, they get 30,000. That's kind of like
it depends. That's like some of like the lower ones. Sometimes they get like, a couple million, but
I guess it probably depends on where you get released from. Like, if you're in California
and how long you've been serving, and
yeah, if you're in California, I'm gonna need about 100 racks just to get started in my life. Like, I need to be able to pay rent. That's about 24 to, anywhere from 22 to 24,000 a year. Yeah, anywhere from $22,000 to $25,000 a year. You're gonna be paying that in LA. So I'm gonna need like a little bit more money. I'm gonna need about 100,000. Come up out of prison, y'all done lock me up without.
Yeah, I think the going rate is usually like 10 to 20,000 per year that you do.
Gers and Purrs, Books Gers and Purrs said orgy of evidence.
Eat dinner, and I just wanted to pop in for a little bit.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man. It was good seeing you. Appreciate you coming through. Y'all say goodbye to your brother Terry. Good Books, Gers, and Purrs says orgy of evidence. Hey, party people. Banthas. What up, Banthas? What up, Gers and Purrs? What was I about to say? I don't know. The Diddy situation is crazy. You guys, if you feel like you want to go watch that shit, let me tell you something. It's actually informative. I believe that there are a lot of things that you can't confirm, or at least it'd be very hard to confirm a lot of the things that are said in this documentary. But it is as far as like how it was made and how it was produced, the script was written for it. I would say that it was better than the Chris Brown documentary, which Chris Brown is suing Warner Brothers for making that documentary, which I mentioned on this show. It seemed very weird that they would allow the documentary. I don't want to say like her because I don't know who was really working on it, but there was a lady who was on the documentary. But it was crazy that they would allow that to come out about Chris Brown and he's on their label. But I don't know how shit works, so I just figured it must be cool. But apparently Chris Brown was sitting around thinking the exact same shit. He's like, can they even do this? This shit is crazy. They can't do this. And then they couldn't do it. And he ended up, I don't know, suing. Hopefully we'll know if he wins or not. It's coming soon. But to me, if nobody's talking about that, they buried the documentary. I've heard no hip-hop source talk about that documentary. I've heard zero hip-hop sources talk about that documentary. I haven't heard hip-hop. I haven't heard Hip-Hop DX. I haven't heard Justin Hunt. I haven't heard Academics. Haven't heard anybody talk about that Chris Brown documentary, and he's suing. It's gonna bring more light to the documentary, so it's weird that he's doing that, but I think he's just doing it because Drake sued Universal, so he's like, fuck it, I'm trying my hat, put my name in the hat. But yeah, man, there's a lot of situations in this documentary that you just can't you can't explain away. They confirm a lot of the things that we have talked about here in our previous episodes talking about Diddy. Basically, we're just not going to talk about them unless there's something relevant or unless it's in this format of a movie / documentary. But there's so much going around, there's so much surrounding this story that this doesn't even go into. But what it mostly concerns itself about is the drugs and the drugs addiction that or drug addiction, but yeah, the drug addiction portion of it was more so of a focus, and the addiction to sex and the violent nature of his performances on other people and his violent nature of just whooping people's ass out there in the street. They talk about the Steve Stout thing that I talked about on the last episode where the Diddy episode that we did a while back. They talk about the big party event that he had going on, that a whole bunch of people got trampled and 4 people died, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like he's got mad situations that we've covered here, but they're confirming in this documentary. And he's one of those guys who's just really considered a really good person, and then is using that image to do other things in secret, to use their facade as a weapon against those who are weaker. I was going to say society. Then I was like, I was going to say just I don't know, but it just has to be those who are weaker than them. It has to be those who pose no threat. And I can just, play with your heart. This nigga is like a master manipulator, is what you find out. He like tells you, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, keeps you drugged up, you fucking everything in the world. And then, you know, if he's done with you, it's kind of done with you. But if he wants to keep you in his circle, he keeps you in his circle, which is like, you can't, like you said, a border between yourself and the outside world. And for people to get into that space, it's like an honor and a privilege. This is how he thinks. This is how Puffy thinks. And I'm gonna let y'all watch the documentary, because I'm not gonna sit here and just spoil the whole thing. I would say that you're gonna learn something new. That's what I'll say. You're gonna learn something new. Sorry, I'm trying to see what somebody's texting me right now. I do get texts on a Friday because I'm not usually doing this show. I hope y'all are doing all right. It's Friday. Y'all coming over here hanging out with me. Hope everybody's getting ready to go get some drugs or some drogas and go partying. Go out and get you a nice, fine, pretty thing, however you like to get down, and then, you know, take it to the crib and wear it out. You know, whatever you're into, whatever type of things you wear out, you wear it on out, baby, or buddy, you got it. Yeah, I guess I'm about to get out of here. The reason I'm going to leave a little early is because I'm a little sick. I have straight up COVID. I'm like doing this. My body's like doing this thing. It doesn't look like it for y'all, but this is what it looks like for me. And I'm just like, damn it. I cannot focus. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to get out of here without showing y'all this first. Oops. You know, we got to get with my favorite co-host's favorite co-host is Penny P, Producer P. Producer Penny, how you feeling? How you feeling? Yeah? Doing good? Doing real good. Are you farting? Did you fart? Did you fart? Was that you? Or was that me? Was that you? Was that you? Or was that me? Was that you? Or was that me? Good girl. You know what time it is, y'all. You know we can't have Book Skirts and Purrs says feel better, sleep tight, Producer P. Yeah, look at her. She's already going to sleep. Thank you so much, Skirts and Purrs. You know, I apologize for that. But yeah, you know what? I don't apologize. If you don't like it, then I can't apologize. I couldn't do anything about it, dude. I got COVID. And who's doing that anymore? Somebody please give me some VHS tapes. I've got COVID. Anybody got any DVDs? Oh, man. I just realized I can't come to your birthday, Marco. Damn, that sucks. You can find me. Well, I'll tell you, you can't find where you can't find me. You can't find me anywhere for the next 3 days at least. You can find me right here on the Drunk Bantha's channel. You can find me on the Nerds at Night channel. And you can find me right here every Thursday. And members only Fridays for the next few weeks. on the Bantha Bun Show. It's the Bantha Bun Show every Thursday at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, baby. I am your favorite host, and your favorite cousin's favorite cousin, Bill. This is producer Penny P, and I'm out of here, boy.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.